Today I'm gonna whine, bitch, complain, and just straight up cry about helium mining. Even though, honestly, overall still I love helium mining and it's been a lot of fun and it's been incredibly profitable over the last year. The situation is rapidly changing and evolving. This video is not all doom and gloom though. I actually still recommend that you get into helium mining if you want to. It's still an incredible way to earn passive income, and the ROI, or return on your investment, still blows away most other opportunities really
in the world.
But especially when it comes to mining, for how much it costs to get into a miner versus how much they make. But again, this isn't a positive video. I want to focus on the negatives, the things that have gone wrong, what I've learned, and basically how you can hopefully have a good and profitable experience, all while building out what is on track to just become the most robust network in the world ever, the People's Network. Kind of freaking out right now. Made over $5,000. What? So let's talk about one of the elephants in the room. Not really, we've addressed it 25 times, but let's talk about it again because we haven't addressed it super recently. The SynchroBit miners. Okay, so first off, the SynchroBit miner that I got early from them to review and test, it has since stopped working. I haven't really had time or interest in messing with it. I'm very disappointed in SynchroBit for 27 reasons. However, SynchroBit was one of the first approved helium hotspot miner manufacturers. They were also the only manufacturer in the first batch of approved vendors, right? Which can be seen from that mine page on the Helium website that has all the little miners on it that Helium was so proud to showcase. They were the only one who was willing to move forward with us to create a limited edition. They wanted to do, it was at least 5,000. They were looking more towards like 10,000 units. I said, no way. Okay. Let's do a pilot batch and maybe we'll do a follow-up, Tails edition or, something else. Anyway, fast forward, I agreed to do 1,337 elite amount of miners. They said, shipping in a few months, and then it was a few months later and a few months later, and I had a call with him, and he said that everything was going to be shipped out and they were going to have like 100,000 units or something. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure, but it was a very high amount of units actually in hand, in stock, ready to ship. Well, that month came and went, and so did the next. And they still have not been delivering most of these. Some people did receive them, but they didn't even have the serialization that they were supposed to. That was unfortunately left off at the factory. VoskCoin collaborated with SynchroBit to bring a limited edition to market. I mean, zoom out and let's say everything goes well. How freaking cool is that? Very proud of that potential initiative. VoskCoin doesn't manufacture these. They don't ship them out, right? If you buy a set of Jordans from Nike, you're not blowing up Michael Jordan like, dude, where are my shoes? He's like, well, obviously Nike's dropping the ball.
You guys making a big mistake.
I understand it's frustrating. I'm frustrated too, and it doesn't look good, and I get it, right? But the vetting for manufacturers was on the shoulders of Helium, right? They vetted them and said they were good, just like they vetted Nebra. Nebra has completely underperformed and underdelivered. That's another thing. Like just a bigger issue here of people ordering hotspots and not getting them, and when the hell are they gonna get them? I get it, it's frustrating. There have been some good things like the minted drops, but the popularity there is through the roof. They did do a new raffle system, which seems to have been received better. And you can still support the channel by using the VoskCoin minted link before you order. But basically you sign up and maybe you get a chance to buy it, but you get an opportunity, and it's not like, oh, we rush there and click it for an hour playing like a, AFK click game, but you're not AFK and it's really miserable. We've talked many times about the Bobcat Miner 300. It's still my favorite helium hotspot miner. It's still the only helium hotspot miner that I wholeheartedly recommend. I think minted is a great option as well, though. They have proven themselves time and time again. It's basically the redemption tour for RAK, because CalChip did a terrible job with distribution of RAK between over-promising under delivering, or even never delivering, and price gouging. Yeah, think about that. RAK's selling these to CalChip for like 150 bucks, 100 bucks. Then CalChip is turning around selling them for $500. And they're pre-selling out way further than they've ordered, and it's a whole issue. I'm not trying to speak for them in particular. Some of those details are inferred, but yeah, that's basically the situation. Let's talk about someone else who's done a really bad job. That's going to be SPNA, who threatened to take us to court for telling the truth. SP North America, yeah, they're really nothing short of scammers because they promised delivery in May. I haven't even seen their miners in the wild yet. Right? We had a referral and affiliate system set up with them. They didn't like that we told the truth. They've cut off everything. Nebra's never paid us $1. SPNA's never paid us $1. And SynchroBit has never paid us $1. They owe us over 6 figures in referrals. And look, I'm not here crying about referrals and affiliate money and stuff owed. I bring it up for the simple character point of view. These guys are scamming you. They're scamming me as a consumer. They're scamming me as an affiliate. And it should be noted.
No. That's a scam.
So yeah, I wholeheartedly recommend against them. Also, you want to talk about some other manufacturing drama. SenseCap didn't like our review because it wasn't raving and glowing. It was just, hey, this thing's pretty good overall. They wanted the video deleted. They wanted it taken down. It's just crazy what you guys don't see behind the scenes and how shady and just ridiculous some of these manufacturers are. I've got a legal fund. If we want to go to court, then let's go, okay? I'm not afraid. I'm not a little guy anymore. Over the years, I was bullied by some companies as a content creator. No longer. No more. Unfortunately, this opens the door to some scalpers, but the average price has been coming down. Buying a Helium hotspot miner on, say, eBay, right, or looking at Amazon listings may be a decent option now. Previously, it just wasn't. The prices were just getting hiked up too high. I will go ahead and drop down eBay and Amazon links that also support the channel. So if you do end up buying one from there, I really appreciate when you guys do support the channel, right? So I have a full-time video editor working on this video. It's incredible. It lets me do more research and regain a little bit of my life. And, you know, say for him, example, he's an incredible team member.
Thanks, man. I love doing it. Now back to you.
Moving forward though, the Helium hotspots on the network continue to rise. The general crypto market has been in a slump or pulling back or just kind of, you know, moving sideways if not down, right? So Helium HNT, the coin, is down. Helium hotspots are up. There's more people trying to eat a less valuable pie. That means when you look at the dollars, Helium mining profitability is down. When you look at how many HNT coins you're mining, you're also getting less. My best miner right now is pulling about $5 a day. And my other miners that are set up well are pulling somewhere between $1 to around that $5 range. I have about a dozen Helium hotspot miners set up. Some are down, you know, I've had some issues. I've had issues with RAKs and minteds and their stability. It's been frustrating. My Nebra has gone down and I haven't had time to mess with it. I do not like or enjoy that miner. My Linkstop miner is not working well. I already talked about my SynchroBit miner is not working well long term either. My COTX miner is not working well, but that may be a troubleshooting issue. I need to look further into that one. However, my Bobcats are like workhorses. My SenseCap is working well, and all of the minted miners, some of them have been fine, and some of the others have had issues and kind of gone down. The Helium network and blockchain is rapidly growing, changing, and they're introducing 27 changes to it all the time. They've also introduced validators, then they've removed the lottery pool. This took a massive amount of mining profitability away from Helium miners who actually build out the network, and it only rewards the whales, which closer aligns to, well, whales, big Helium investors, and of course the Helium HNT team and early adopters, users and miners, right? The whole Helium validator thing, you know, it's interesting, it has a purpose, but Helium takes 35% of all the block rewards. They should just be spinning the validators up on their own dime. And then the Helium mining should be more heavily rewarded and reintroduce the lottery system. It's really cool and a lot of fun. Like, it was insane making $5,000 in one day with one Helium miner. Right? Like, that is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. They've taken that away. Even if I had enough Helium to spin up a validator node, no way I would. There's a cooldown period. Personally, just like I think Helium Inc is, I'm trying to dump the top. I'm really bullish on Helium long term, their pivot towards 5G. I think all this stuff's really cool. But I've also been in crypto long enough to know that no companies really care about you long term. And at the end of the day, I want to sell my coins for a lot, buy some other coins, and also buy back into the coins I sell. I mean, how else do you say it, right? You could be a blind sheep that hodls and hodls and hodls until, you know, you die, I guess. But you got to figure out what your goals are. If you're trying to make money, if you're trying to stack HNT, you know, what's some exit points you'd be happy with, how many coins, and so forth. As the Helium price slumps down here, I personally enter more of a hodl period, though, to kind of, in a way, contradict myself, but not really, right? Like, I'm looking to stack up coins. I don't care if profitability is down, right? So making $1, $2, $5 a day on a device that costs $500, those are still incredible returns. And maybe some people are just too jaded with cryptocurrency earnings, returns, and whatever else. But the fact that you can buy a device that makes no noise, okay, generally speaking, that really consumes like no power, like $5 a year, right? And you can plug it in anywhere. $500 and earns $1 to $5 a day. Even if that's the case, with the possibility potential of this $1 to $5 a day to 10, 20x in the future, in my bullish opinion. So let's just say we go with it's making $1 a day, and it does that for say 100 days. So what did it make? $100. Pretty easy math. And then at 20x's, okay, we just made $2,000 with a device that cost $500, okay, in 100 days. In retrospect, obviously your mileage may vary. This is not financial advice. Nothing in the future is guaranteed, and so forth. But that's the way I think, and that's the way the best miners think, the best crypto investors think. Like, you got to be bold, you got to have some fortitude, and you're going to do all right long term. But I get it, it's frustrating. There's more Helium hotspots up than ever before, which is reducing how much HNT you mine. HNT is down compared to its all-time high. It's frustrating for me too, right? It was a lot of fun, it was crazy profitable. And now I run into more issues with Helium mining than ever before, from the actual hotspots, right, to the actual onboarding process. When I was onboarding my original miners, it was an incredible experience. It was easy, worked flawlessly. Then the network 10x'd, and then it 5x'd from there. That's a lot of X's. And they're not all in Texas.
All my exes live in Texas.
Hey guys, it's Miss Vosk here to tell you about Cryptal.com, which is an EU licensed cryptocurrency exchange. With Cryptal, users can buy over 20 different tokens using their credit card or existing balance in their accounts. Their KYC process, while I haven't done it yet, is supposed to be super quick, with approvals taking less than an hour. They also have an active support team to help answer any questions. They are running a new customer campaign where new users can get $15 in Bitcoin for free. Check out the link in the video description below to learn more. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research before investing.
The point here being is that, you know, the growth has negatively impacted the performance, right? Also, Helium's doing an awful thing where they're shooting all these hotspots off to their own apps. This is even worse for someone like me who's bought a bunch of different miners. I don't want 27 Helium hotspot apps. I want them all functioning in the same app. We see where Helium just continues to do less for the actual LoRa miners here, because again, this is basically mining with little radios. That's a simple layman's way to look at it. Sure, you could be adding a little cell to it and you little 5G tower you. That's interesting. I'm very excited to see where that goes. We see huge manufacturers getting on board with that. FreedomFi leading the charge, which we recently talked about, but even furthermore, Bobcat bringing the Bobber 500 here, the Bobcat 500 to market in collaboration with FreedomFi. This is really cool. You have basically advanced tech, first mover advantage, and a lot of R&D, coupled with massive manufacturing capabilities. It's stuff like this that'll really lead HNT Helium into the future. I'm excited to see where it goes. All it takes is really just one big company to back it. I'm either, you know, huge buy-in, or I worry about a buyout, or all of the teleco companies, the telecom companies, telecommunication companies just kind of piling on. Overall, do I still recommend Helium hotspot mining? Abso-freaking-lutely. But I think you got to check your expectations and your goals, right? If your hotspot pays off in a year, you did incredible, right? You did incredible. Dump the coins and pay it off, and now you have something that basically costs nothing to run, and it just makes free money.
Free money?
That's really what it comes down to. And you can use that as a speculative investment or not or whatever. That's the best way to play. Then you don't feel like, oh, you know, I'm down 500, I haven't realized these profits. You're not as stressed about the price. That's when you really start playing on expert mode. I mean, sure, you can be stupid aggressive, right? You can hold all those coins and go for the big play. You can try to shorten your time to basically make more money or just stack up more coins and whatever else. That's true. I've played the game like that too. It's fun, it's exciting, it's intense, it's aggressive. What I see that is just the most successful long term is you put dollars in, you take those dollars back out, you pay it off, and now it's all gravy, baby. Like, I mean, that's it. I personally think that the Helium project is stupid cool. And it's that kind of passion and enthusiasm that helps me push through any market conditions, along with, honestly, just being long-term focused, that long-term mindset. I see a lot of people fail because they get too short-term focused. They get too wrapped up, and I spent $500 on this. That's a lot of money to me, and it's offline right now. And they start having a breakdown, right? Get in the VoskCoin Discord server, the best Discord server for Helium mining in the world ever, much better than the main Helium server. I'll put that on anything. Also, post a thread on VoskCoin Talk, our cryptocurrency forum. Read the Helium wiki that KTP, one of our VoskCoin community moderators, has created. One of the most info-packed just resources in the freaking world ever, right? The resources are there, human resources and technical resources, they're all there. Complete the troubleshooting, right? You can figure it out, get it fixed, get it situated, get it hashing away, get it making coins, earning coins, mining coins, making money, right? Set it, forget about it.
Forget about it.
So I guess to kind of recap this and bring it full circle is just that Helium mining was incredible, and mining a bunch of coins that were pretty valuable. It was just basically, in retrospect, it was more fun and lucrative, right? I mean, everything's gone down kind of in comparison. But we may be saying that in a year. So don't let that kind of stuff get you down. That may get me down a little bit in comparison, but I got to kind of zoom out myself, right? I think that Helium's going to 10-20x from its current price points. That excites me. That gets me bullish. Obviously, some miners suck. Beat down the doors of the manufacturers, right? Or sell it and just be transparent and be like, hey, I'm having issues with this thing, but I'm happy to sell it for a couple $100 and just move on. Stick with your ones that work well. Get them deployed in good positions. Research antennas. Watch our antenna guide, right? And start to figure out how you can refine your deployment. Maybe you just want to set it up in the highest window in your spare bedroom you have in your house, set it and forget about it, and it'll be capped at a certain income potential. That's fine. Or you're going to go all out, figure out the best antenna for it, and put it on your roof. But again, it depends how much you care and how much you want to tinker with this. You can learn a lot about this. You can have a lot of fun. You can do a lot of research. You can really get into this. The whole can be deep. Or it can be very shallow, very simple. It's really up to you. Figure out which person you want to do. And don't get overextended. Don't buy 27 miners when you haven't even gotten one. Right, get one, use the stock antenna, get out there, get it figured out. It's not all about making money. I know like a lot of even this video and just the focus is always about making coins and making money and whatever else. But like also like have some fun. If you have fun, you're gonna do well. Just like if you're doing anything when it comes to work, business, projects, whatever, if you're having fun and you're really into it, you're just likely to do well, to succeed, and not make poor, emotional, rash decisions. Battle. Except we don't want to hit them because they're expensive, but this black one's really cool.
This one's cooler.
Just like if you really want to make a great decision, you're slapping that subscribe button so you can stick around with the VoskCoin YouTube channel. My name is Drew Vosk. I'm your host today. This is Tail Vosk, the CHO, the Chief Helium Officer here at the VoskCoin YouTube channel, the cutest pup in the world, and our resident Dogecoin, and of course, our Shiba Inu. Make sure to drop your Helium address down in the comments below. Let us know what Helium miner that we have that we should give away, or like just torture or something. You want us to blow one up or something? Is that how we're gonna get back at them? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. We upload daily.